Hey everyone, and welcome to another Majesty video. And today we are finally looking at MLB himself, the namesake of the channel, my favorite unit in the whole game. I just love his story in the anime and how, he kind of complemented Aichi's character development, and I just love the strength of the card. I love how, it gives you triple drive and gets crit and does all these amazing things. I just love the card in general. I love how the card plays. And today we are finally doing a deck list on him. And but before we get into it, guys, I'm at 89 subscribers right now. Why don't you subscribe, get us up to that almighty 100, and without further ado, let's get into it. We are running 4 the Majesty Lord Blasters, because of course we are. This is V Premium. MLB is a great card, because if you have Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark in the Soul, it gains 5k and a crit. And if it's on the Vanguard circle, it gains a drive. So that's absolutely fantastic. This card is pretty great, and it sucks whenever it attacks. It sucks 2 cards into Soul, and it gives you force markers. So you could have like 5 to 7 force markers on like your second or third turn. Or your second or third grade 3 turn if you like re-ride, or if you just suck up cards into Soul. It's an amazing card. It gives you really big numbers. It gives your columns really huge swings. I really like this card. And now we're on to Messianic, and by Messianic I mean Exculpate the Blaster. This card is actually really nice. It's not a game end or anything, but if your opponent just has like this board that you really don't want to deal with and you just want to swing and get rid of them, so what you do is you counterblast 1, choose 1 card from your Soul and hit everything else into the drop, and it attacks every unit on your opponent's field at once. And then at the end of the turn, you need to write a Blaster Blade from Soul, and if you don't, you lose the game. You will have a few Blaster Blades in the Soul. You take 2 cards from your hand and put them into the Soul. Hopefully, if you like Soul Blast, you have a Blaster Blade, you can put it in and then re-ride. So you get 2 Vanguard swings. You get 2 swings during that turn, which is pretty nice. It's just like a nice board wipe, and gets you an extra swing. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Heal Guardians, because Heal Guardians are really nice in V. They're especially nice in V, because you don't really have that many other defensive options. This deck, contrary to like popular belief, doesn't really use that much counterblast. Like, you don't have to. So not having a ton of damage like at the beginning bits of the game is really nice for this deck. So guarding, -2 critting your Vanguard if they have like a force 2 marker, or just giving +10 so you don't have to guard as much, is really nice. Great defensive option for the best card probably introduced in V. And we are running 1, 2, 3, 4 Blaster Blades, because I like the 4. We're running 4 Blaster Darks as well. I like the 4/4 line. It just gives you a ton of security for your Exculpate the Blaster there. And if you don't really want this in the Vanguard circle, you kind of more want Blaster Dark, because it gets you an extra drive and just that extra pressure. But if you get 5 units on board, if you get 4 other units on board, it gains a crit. So it's nice. It swings in with a bit of pressure, and it gets rid of a problem card, essentially. It gets rid of units on board. And now Blaster Dark, we are also running it 4. Now, mind you, you need to have 4 Blaster Darks that say this is also a Royal Paladin. This one's from the Ren Suzuki trial deck. All of my nicer Blaster Blades that say that it's from Royal Paladin is like a different deck right now that I'm currently building, so I'm just going to use these for not so great artworks. But yes, it's a great card. Very good card. You get to discard 1 if your opponent has no rear guards and gain a drive. If you're writing and it forces them to kind of use up cards from their hand. They want to call like a few more stuff than they'd rather like want to. And yeah, it's just a bit of nice pressure. Who doesn't want like a grade 2 with twin drive? And now we're running 3 of the ride fixers, because the 3 ride fixers are really good in this game. Like the Royal Paladin ones are absolutely fantastic, because you get to swing while boosted. So if MLB swings, so you swing with your MLB, you suck say this column into the Soul. You get to swing, counterblast, and then call a grade 2. So you can potentially get 4 attacks. You can get 5 attacks maybe if you're able to be a bit smart with it with the next card we have, which is Starcall Trumpeter. But yes, Right Fixer, and it also helps you fix your hand as well if you don't have what you need. And speaking of which works really well with the right Fixer, we like to call Starcall Trumpeter because it's a 10k booster if your Vanguard is a Blaster, which it definitely will. There's no way, you know, on your grade 3 turn or whatever, your main goal is to have a Blaster Vanguard. So you're boosting for 10k, plus all the extra like force markers. You're going to be swinging 30, 40, 50k a column if you have Starcall Trumpeter. And plus, if for some reason you had to guard with a Blaster Blade, or something happens, you can get it back. With Starcall Trumpeter, which is really, really nice. That's the reason why we're kind of running it, just for an extra support. And we are running 2 when Light and Darkness intersect, because it searches out cards. If you have a Blaster Dark on your Vanguard circle, but you don't have Blaster Blade yet, you just need it, you just slap that down and you can search for anything. And if you have a Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark on your Vanguard or Rearguard, you get to search out an MLB. So we're running 2 because this card searches blasters like crazy. It searches very, very well, so that's what we're doing. And now on to the grade 1s, we're running Sisyphus. It's just a grade 3 searcher, and you're counterblasting a lot. Usually in the later game, you're counterblasting a lot in the later game. So an extra 5k boost, an extra 13k boosters are really, really nice. Grade 3 searcher. 4 of, absolutely. And speaking of, we are running 4 Wingall Brave. The on-hit pressure on this is really, really nice. If you don't need to, you can just place these in the back row. And if you're like swinging every turn, that's an on-hit. So you get to search, thin your deck out, you know, swing, swing, on-hit, swing, on-hit. You know, you get to thin your deck, search your, search top 7 for blasters. You just get extra hand. You know, it's like a 1-for-1, and it gains +1 advantage. It gains advantage as the game goes on longer if they can't get rid of it. So Wingall Brave is a really, really nice card in V. Nice that it's a grade 1. And we're running 2 Tristan because I kind of like the fact that it searches out Blaster Blade. If your Vanguard's a grade 3, you can search it out again if you need to. It does search Blaster Blade, which is kind of like fine. It only searches Blaster Blade, but potentially, if the Messianic Blaster thing doesn't work out. By Messianic, I mean Exculpate. I don't know why I keep messing those up. It's just nice to have Tristan. Plus, it's an 8k. It's better than that Pluck Enchanter anyway. So which I choose to run. And we're running Blaster Dagger because this card is nice because whenever it attacks boosted, or whenever the attack of your Vanguard or Blaster hits a Vanguard, you're going to turn it back to your hand. So again, that's another on hit. Boom, you get extra shield in hand. Call, boost to like the rear guard. Vanguard attack on hit with Blaster Dagger. And plus, if you have 6 Blaster units, which you may or may not have, Messianic, or MLB, or Exculpate the Blaster, and then you have Blaster Blade, Blaster Dark, and then you can just throw like another Blaster on here too. It's nice to have, so yes. The starter, I like Barkall, just because I have a more fondness for the Barkall unit itself. And we're running 4 draw PGs, which is fine. And then we're running 8 crit, so 8 cards of whatever you want, 8 crit. That's pretty much the deck, and we're playing a Force 1 build. Now guys, the thing that you've got to know about this deck is it's pretty piece reliant, but it searches out your pieces quite well. It swings really nice. If you have 2 Majesty Lord Blasters, if you have a row of 3 MLBs, you're swinging in for like 13k 2 crit every time. Base 13k 2 crit. And then if you keep stacking on force markers or whatever, you keep stacking on stuff, like your swings just get really, really big. And that's just really fun about this deck. I love Majesty Lord Blaster. I love this unit to death. It is my channel profile picture, I guess you could call it. It's my channel logo. It's what I decided to base kind of my avatar on. joke, like unintended there. But yes, this is Majesty Lord Blaster, and guys, again, we're so close to 100 subscribers. If you like what you see, hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe. We're so close, and I will see you guys in the next video.